FinPods is the first financial planning workspace built for advisors and AI. We've created a collaboration zone that allows you to leverage the best parts of AI while keeping you in the loop. What you're looking at now is our financial plan builder. It's a way for AI to help you create HTML and then be able to create that visual for either your internal firm use or with clients. And here this comes from one of our templates. We're using the client dossier. Think of this like a one-page plan, or similar to a summary you would give another advisor at your firm to quickly understand a client. This template is also very AI friendly in that it's a good snapshot that you could drop in to tell AI about your client as well. So first off, a couple features. In here, the data is linked, because one of the worst things that can happen with a client is stale information, having the wrong client's name, or not being able to quickly update all the things that depend on, let's say, them telling you they have 25,000 extra in their cash account. And some clients really fixate on that in a meeting, and it can stop progress. Another cool thing about what's in this template is we've built in smart logic. This is, again, entirely AI generated. And in here, you'll notice we have tax safe harbors. So based on their household income being 120,000, the safe harbor is 100% of federal prior year. But if we update this to 160,000, you'll notice the 110% prior year safe harbor was automatically updated. And one of the best parts about this is it's open source. You can see exactly how the calculations are done, and then you can own this forever. All you have to do is press Xstate HTML, and you have that file. It works on any web browser, and it's also responsive. You'll see me drag this here, and it smartly updates. So if your client's looking at this on a phone or you as the advisor, you can do that. Now, first off, I don't expect many advisors to want to code in HTML. Some can, but how you should do that is use our copy prompt for AI. In here, we've pre-filled where your instructions should go, and then we've given AI hints to help it do a better job. For instance, once we put in the logo, we've given it information about that image so it knows, oh, these are the colors, so for branding choices, I probably don't want to clash with that. And what I've done is I've asked AI to make this look like my financial planning website. So here's my firm, relatively basic website, and I just went to the HTML source, copied this in, and said, hey AI, make this template look like this website. Follow the branding so it works. In the outcome of that, I just use Gemini Pro. You can do whatever tool you want to do. Is this nice view here? So I'm going to save that. And then if you look at present mode, you'll notice that those variables disappear, and the data has sort of been like injected, where it's always there, and when you export it, that file persists forever, just like a PDF. But again, with all the benefits of HTML, with linked data and responsiveness. Another great feature we have is the ability to publish this file. So in here, I've just pressed publish, and I did this earlier today, so we might see the second dossier. But in here, I'm just going to put it in a participant. And you can also add a pin. This could be something like last four of the social, some secret you set up with the client. It helps you do two-factor authentication. And we're going to generate that secure link. Okay, so that's the link generated, and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to put in my email address. We selected a very fast email server, so this should be pretty quick to get the code, and here it already is. And this is what your client would see. Now, one of the issues with HTML is it's not very easy for non-tech savvy people to use. So what we've done is we've built in a renderer. So if the client opens this, presses View Presentation, they see this view. And this is literally just HTML. It's how every website works. And our job is not to stand in the way of the tools that you want to build and what AI is capable of building. So in this case, this tool might be better for internal use. We have other templates built into the software already, and you can create your own too. Let me go back here. I'm going to go into Draft, Template. I just use this to help explain an annuity to a client. In here, giving them a memo on what period certain means with visuals, quick pros and cons, really help them understand it. So when we were on the call, I didn't have to go through all these complex scenarios. And the benefit here is all you have to do is screenshot, the section with the annuity details, maybe on the policy statement. And then AI's gotten good enough where it can actually extract these values highly accurately. And then you can also visually show them and sort of create a more concise memo for the client. And then you can do that at scale. For any other annuity review, someone can use this template in here. We also have one for tax planning focused advisors that, is a dossier that you can actually save information as well. Okay, so that's the financial plan builder. And then, this is once we have the data, and AI's gotten good enough that we don't really need to do too much plumbing. But I'll show you how FinPods works and how we're connecting the two pieces going forward. This is the client view. This is what you as the advisor would see after either the client uploaded files or you did. And it's very easy to upload a document. You just put it right there. We also support for enhanced security. We can delete that source document after we extract the data. Now, what makes this so interesting is we actually give you the data that's used for this entire website. And the reason for that is AI just needs this for it to create some visual based on their investment data. This was parsing a Fidelity HSA statement. There's other document types we support, generally geared towards financial planners. That's the focus of this tool. And all the data does come through in that clean way. So this is exactly what AI would want to extract out of a standard Social Security statement to help it do work for you. In here we support the ability to export your data. You can do that on a client level, or you can do it on all clients. We also support a few pre-built tools, such as the pay stub parser. In here, this one helps you extract from a pay stub. Here's an example pay stub. And in here, we've written AI code to extract this. AI wrote the code, but it isn't running the code. So we verified that it's not sending data anywhere else. It's faster, it's more secure, and it's more accurate. If there's an issue where something is unseen that we're not used to seeing, it'll fail, and you won't get bad data. We also include checksums, like net pay being used. But one of the issues is categorization accuracy, because pay stub codes are very difficult. So that's what this Trust and Verify screen is doing for you. In here, we're looking at extracted raw data. We've extracted pay dates. We've extracted, key planning insights, like they have long-term disability at work. They do have an HSA, all these great things to know. And then we have a smart paycheck calculator that shows you where the paydays are being calculated. So you can estimate to the penny what their estimated taxable wages are and how much they'll pay in taxes. So I'm going to approve this and view the insights. In here we have the taxable wages. If we have a safe harbor that we've calculated, we can put that in, and it'll tell us how much they need to increase their withholding in order to meet that. We include a optimization tool down here to show reallocating money to meet these various goals. And then we give you the limits for the various retirement planning and other planning considerations. There are a few other tools built into the tool, and the whole goal is to create everything as flexible as possible. So if we do something great, that's great. But if you want to use AI to make your own thing that's better or better for your firm, feel free to do that. The tool is made to do that very easily. And I'll show one other thing. With clients, if you have a new client that's like a prospect and they are, you're not sure if you want to work with them, it's kind of cumbersome to create a client website. But sometimes, you don't want to just send them like a Dropbox link. So what you can do is just change the URL here. I'm going to put my name. And then when the client gets this is just your personal firm link. You can choose, this is demo, but yours could be like springhillfinancial.upload.finpods.ai. You send them that link with the alias, and it's going to pre-fill their name so the files go to the right spot. And I'm just going to show you a quick upload here. We also support Schwab documents. Schwab 1099s too are a big thing that we help people calculate some tax things from. But yeah, so that's the client experience. Behind the scenes, there's actually a CAPTCHA, and we have various, rate limiting security things on the screen as well. Now back on the client view, here we go for that client. So it already created this client just based on that upload. And these files are actually going to move to our Google Drive because we have an integration where once the files are processed by FinPods, they're going to move into this folder in Google Drive. And then you as the advisor, you don't even have to log into FinPods to get the extracted Excel and the extracted files. So just a few more seconds here, and then the file should start showing up very soon on FinPods. For security purpose or for reliability purposes, we have to do an extra little thing. You saw a temp folder created, but this is what you see as the advisor. The data came through. It looks like I turned off the, oh no, here's the Excel. So yeah, they all came through, so pretty quick. And you as the advisor, let's say you're trying to look at a Schwab Excel to figure out, hey, do they have any federal obligations? I can tell them, hey, you missed this on your tax return. Boom, this is all that data. And we extract it with page numbers, federal obligations percent. And I'll go back to the client view here. If you click on this is going to generate a tax work paper that is great for the CPA and for you as the advisor to provide an auditable trail of, deduction that I see a ton of people miss. And, I really don't want that to happen to people more. Trying to save everyone as much money as I can and show that we as advisors are catching other things that, other people are missing. With Schwab's especially, it's very difficult to, figure out where things are reported. If this had capital gains reported, that would show up, page 10, 30, etc. on the bookmarks. But yeah, thanks for watching and feel free to book a demo.